Oh, those are so cute. Welcome back to AM Northwest. Now, if you have little ones at home who love Santa, you may want to have them leave the room for this next segment. It's a question many parents get this time of year, and many feel though, they're ill-equipped to address. Is Santa real? Here to share a book that helps navigate this rite of passage in a way that preserves the magic of the holidays, we welcome the author of Santa's Secret, A Story of Believing, Della Rae Shanley. Good to have you with us, Della.
Thank you so much.
Okay, tell me how this book came about, because it's a long story. Not a long story, long in the making, but a great story.
Yes, well, it's about the passage of our 9-year-old who truly believed in the Santa,
right?
Whoever that Santa is. And she suddenly overheard a conversation that my husband and I had one day, and she was devastated. She thought, who is this person?
Right.
Who is this? What do I believe now? And
right.
She was devastated. And when we sat down and had the talk, Terry and I really didn't handle it very well. And I'm not sure that a lot of parents are ready to do that.
Yeah, they don't know how to do it, yeah.
No, exactly. So.
But her friends were teasing her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a never-ending, struggle for her as to what her belief is.
Sure. And you did a good job of making her believe.
Yes.
So
yeah, we had a lot of great traditions that I had growing up and that we carried through, that Terry had. Well, he was growing up and we carried through. But I think what really resonated with us is that we weren't prepared.
Yeah.
We thought we might be, but we just weren't like, when is it going to happen? Because she was 9.
Yeah.
And she had a little sister who was truly a believer as well. So we were treading water a little bit about how we would approach it. And Kaylee was the one who overheard the conversation, and so we were forced to come up with something. And when we didn't handle it well, she was devastated. We wrote Christmas letters. The kids wrote Christmas letters every year. So she went up and she wrote Santa a Christmas letter from her heart and said, I'm really sad, but will you please write me one last Christmas letter?
Oh,
so
and then
that letter is in the book. So
yeah.
I came down, it was by the Christmas plate. I read it, and in tears, I went to my office and I wrote a letter from my heart, from Santa Claus to my 9-year-old daughter, about who Santa really represents, and that he is with us all year long, and that it's the gift of giving, not receiving. It's traditions, it's love, it's kindness and generosity. And tried to help her understand that although she may have felt a little bit of a loss, that this is something that she can carry through with the gift of knowing is almost more important than the gift of believing.
Oh, yes. And also she belongs now to a magic club.
Yes.
That she gets to help carry it on for her little sister.
Yes.
Yes. Now, when you wrote this letter years ago, you ended up, or someone ended up sending it to Margie Boule at the Oregonian, right?
Yes, a friend of mine. I didn't know if I could, or I should give it to my daughter.
Yeah.
And so I called one of my girlfriends and I read it to her, and she said, oh, Della, this is very magical.
Right.
It's similar to, yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus.
Right.
So she faxed it. Back then you had to fax things. Faxed it to Margie, and I got this phone call, and Margie was, like, in tears. Just a minute, let me get a tissue, because this is beautiful, and can I interview you and share this with our community?
And when she shared it in the newspaper, you got a lot of response.
I did.
Yeah.
And, back then it was emails and fax messages, and there were articles, messages from pilots that were telling their story. Once I shared my story, people want to tell their story. They want to resonate with this. They want to share how they felt as well during this particular time, or how their kids felt.
Sure. And then you take that and realize this needs to be a book.
Yes.
And then you found the most incredible illustrator who did such a great job. The pictures are wonderful. So tell me about, because it took a while to get it in book form,
yes,
right?
it's 25 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wrote it, rewrote it, and I found this wonderful illustrator, Nicholas Milano, out of Argentina, and he painstakingly took all of the intricate details that were important to our traditions and our family and turned it into these beautiful illustrations.
And do you suggest that you give the book to parents or to teenagers, or what are your thoughts?
What's really important about this book is it's not a book that you purchase in hand to a child.
Right.
That is in that kind of unknowing.
Questioning phase.
Questioning. Yeah,
right.
Asking a lot of questions and questioning those answers. So it's really a guide for a parent to read ahead of time, well before they even think that their child is going to start questioning. And then the opportunity for them to sit down at the right time, they're already prepared. They have heard what we read, what we went through, and also have a sense of guidance for them that they didn't have before. And so sitting down with that child and reading it with them is really important. But I also think that it's also a guide for maybe a preteen and a teen that doesn't believe anymore and has lost the sense of what the true
the
meaning
magic
and the magic
yeah.
and the gift
Tradition.
of giving versus the gift of receiving. I think it's an important book to even hand to them and say, remember that this is what the gift of giving is all about.
As opposed to the gift of receiving.
Receiving, yes.
Yes.
And so it's a book for all ages. It's a book for all year. It's not just for the holiday season.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah.
And it's beautifully written.
Thank
really
you.
is. I know you dedicate the book to your husband and your 2 girls.
Yes.
We want to tell everyone the book again is titled Santa's Secret, The Gift of Believing. Della Rae Shanley, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And happy holidays. You look fabulous, fabulous. All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.